Hi, my name is Sunshine, and this is Everyday Sunshine. Thank you so much for being here. Today, we are doing January favorites, and I have got a lot of products to talk about, so let's just get right into it. We're going to start out with complexion products, and the first thing that I want to talk about is the Mercier Tinted Moisturizer. This is so nice. I do have a demo and review of this on my channel. It's not a wear test, but I will say I have worn it so many times and it wears, oh, what's going on with my hair? I've worn it so many times and it wears really well. It's imperceptible on the skin. It just melts into your skin. It doesn't look like you're wearing anything, but it evens your skin out. It gives you a beautiful glow. It's a beautiful complexion product. I haven't really heard much about it. If you like makeup that doesn't look like makeup, that just perfects the skin, but doesn't settle into your fine lines, I like this one so much more than the new Hourglass Illusion foundation. And that's a great foundation. This is my favorite. That's why it's in this video. I love this stuff. And you get so much product. You get 1.5 ounces and it's $50. It is a lot, but you get a lot of product. So I think this is absolutely worth it. The next complexion product that I want to talk about is the Dior Forever Hydra Nude Foundation. This foundation is so pretty. Oh my goodness. The top one is the Dior, and that is the shade 2W. They do not have a 1W in the Dior foundation. This bottom shade is the Mercier, and it is shade 1W Blonde. This is 2W, and it is slightly too dark for me right now. They do not have a shade 1W. Usually in Dior foundations, I'm shade 1W. 2W is not a shade match for me. I think that it will be in the summer. And so in the summer, I have a feeling this is going to be my go-to foundation because it is so beautiful on the skin. It is kind of another foundation that you can't see on the skin. It's imperceptible. It just melts right in. It kind of has this smoothing effect, which is very unusual for a glowy foundation, but it does. I don't understand how it does what it does, but this foundation is beautiful. I haven't done a demo or a review of this because when I wear it, right now I'm mixing it with other things. I mean, I have worn it by itself to see how it wears. It just doesn't, it doesn't look right on me unless I mix it with something. It does have a very strong smell and it does linger. So that's the only negative thing that I have to say about this, and that the shade range is somewhat limited, but it's a absolutely stunning foundation. Beautiful on the skin. The concealer that I have reached for most in January is the Typology concealer. I cannot put this down. It's so good. I have a whole video on Typology. I really did like everything that I tried from the brand, but the standout products for me were the tinted serum. The tinted serum was in my monthly favorites last month. And the concealer. The concealer, I feel like it's very overlooked, probably because there are only 6 shades. So downside to the 6 shades, but it's a beautiful formula. I am very lucky to have a shade match. I understand that. I have the shade Type 1 Fair. It is the lightest shade. It is absolutely beautiful. It works with any foundation that I put it with, and you get half an ounce of product. Like, this will last forever. I mean, it won't last forever. It expires in 6 months. So maybe that's in the back of my brain too, where I'm like reaching for it. Honestly, it's a beautiful concealer. It sits so nicely under my eyes. It does not make me look older. It doesn't crack. It's not crepey. It's not cakey. It melts into the skin seamlessly. It doesn't even look like you're wearing concealer. It's fantastic. If you can find a shade match in this, I highly suggest it. Typology is direct to consumer. I know that that's kind of a scary thing. I took a big risk buying from the website because you can't test these products out in person. But if you can look at shade swatches, or I'll swatch this for you, so maybe that will help. I'll actually swatch it next to Laura Mercier too, because I feel like this is something that, you know, everybody can see in stores and kind of get a comparison for. Okay, so those are the shades. The top one is the Typology concealer. The bottom is the Laura Mercier in the shade 1W or Blonde, and concealer shade 1. Kind of gives you an idea of kind of how those shades compare, and that might help you determine you know, what shade you are. It is kind of a peachy pink shade. It's not a super warm shade, but since I use it under my eyes, it works great for me. This next product is kind of a cheat. It's kind of a cheat because I haven't had this long, but I have to put it in here because it is so good. And that is the Rare Beauty Contour. I have this in the shade Mellow. Now, contour, I'm using that word loosely. They call it a contour. This is not a contour shade. On me, it's a bronzer shade. And I'll show you when you kind of blend it out. You can see it's very, very warm. It didn't look that warm when I swatched it. It blends out very warm on the skin, but it's beautiful. And it blends out so easily. If you've used the blushes, they're so heavily pigmented. This isn't. It's so easy to work with. You get a ton of product and it's a great value. It's like $28, I think, for over half an ounce of product. So, and they do have more shades. I got one that undeniably looked warm online. I fully expected a warm shade. I'm not complaining about the warmth in it. What is odd to me is how cool it looked when I swatched it, and then when I blended it out, it was so much warmer. This is the shade Mellow, and it is a warm shade on the website. It looks warm. So it wasn't a surprise to me. I know that a lot of people have been, even the cool tone shades, they've been blending out warmer. I can kind of see that because although this looks warm, it blends out way warmer than it looks on the website or on my hand. However, I still love it. I still think it's a beautiful product, and I do think it's a great value. So I highly recommend these blushes to talk about. And the first one that I want to talk about is the Huda Faux Filter Blush in the shade Ube Cream. This was a surprise to me how much I liked this. Looking at this swatch, that looks bananas. That does not look like anything that would work on my skin tone, but it does. It's like a true cool tone, lilac leaning, light blush color. A lot of really cool tone light blush colors, when I put them on, they look very dark on my skin. This doesn't look very dark, right? It stays kind of light and bright. It does really nice things to the skin, and the formula is fantastic. It's very blurring. It's called a blush filter, and I agree with that. I don't have it on right now. I kind of feel like I should put some on. What the heck? Okay, so I just put like a little bit. I mean, I did 2 dots on each side and just blended them out with my fingers. I don't have a brush in here. I just kind of wanted to show you what it does on the cheeks. Like, it's such a fun look, and it just kind of lifts the face and brings some life into it and some brightness. And I really like it. It's not something I thought I would like, but I do. Like I said, the formula is very blurring. It's very smoothing on the skin. It's a beautiful product. The next blush that I want to talk about is the FWEE Pudding Pie. These are so fun. I mean, they're fun to use. They work really, really well. I have the shade Ambitious. It's, as you can see, a red. There's a swatch of the FWEE pudding pot. That's such a strange word to say, FWEE pudding pot. It's a red. But the nice thing about these is they are so silicone-y and slippy that, like, you can blend this out and it's not too much on fair skin. It blends and blends and blends. You can work with it. You can use your fingers. You can use a brush. It works well with whatever you throw at it. They also work really well on the lips. They work just as well on the lips as they do on the cheeks. And this is a red that I don't know if you can see that. I mean, I think that you can see that. But this is a red that stays red when you blend it out. So my issue with red blushes is I love the look of red blushes on everybody else. On me, if I put on a red blush and then try to blend it out so that it's not too much on my light skin, they turn pink or berry. They don't stay red. And this one is a red that stays red. You can blend it out and sheer it out and it's still red. It's beautiful, beautiful. This was $20. Like, the price is very reasonable for what you get. You get a lot of product in here. And not only is it a beautiful blush, it works just as well on the lips as it does on the cheeks. This is the only one that I've found that I think is just as good on the lips as it is the cheeks, and vice versa. It's a fantastic product. And they're so super fun. Like, look at that. I mean, you probably are like, what am I even looking at? You are looking at a bouncy little pot of joy. Like, you can squish it down and it bounces back up. This is what comes off on your finger. And then you can, blend it out on your cheek. You can build it up a little more intensely on your lips. It wears great, lasts all day. I highly suggest these. I got mine on Amazon. I do want to mention a mascara favorite. This is the Iris and Romeo Peptide Lash Enhancing Mascara. This is really a good mascara. Now, when I first got this, I was not impressed. Not even a little. Okay, maybe a little. Maybe I was a little impressed, but I wasn't blown away. However, as it has thickened up and aged, as it will, it's gotten fantastic. It does a great job of lifting and curling my lashes. They stay curled. It does not flake. It does not smudge. My wand is quite big and a lot of product comes out on that wand. It can get away from you pretty quickly. I do have to be kind of careful with it because it does give so much, which for me is a good thing because my lashes are weak. I'm very appreciative of a mascara that can give me drama quickly. Drama on me just looks like normal for everybody else. So, you know, I'm a fan. I'm a fan. This, I can't say that it is better than my Tower 28. I still haven't found anything that beats that if I were to tier level them, but this is very, very good. And I've been reaching for it a lot. And I've been very happy with the way that my lashes look. And who knows, by the time I reach the end of this, it might be my favorite mascara of all time. I don't know. We'll see. The brow product that I have reached for over and over this month is the Westman Atelier Blonde Brow in the shade Bark. This makes doing my brows so fast and easy. It's one of those big like diamond shaped pencils. It's so fast. I can do my brows in probably 6 seconds. I mean, not really. No, probably. Yeah, I probably do my brows with this 6 seconds per side. I don't know why 6 seconds popped into my head, but it did. I'm going with it. It's so fast. I'm not one that needs to draw in individual hairs. I just fill in the sparse areas and extend the tail and put in a brow gel and that's it. I'm done. And this makes that process so fast and easy. Plus the shade is absolutely perfect for my eyebrow color. Just, it's perfect. The only thing I would change about this, and I said this in my Westman Atelier, my full face of Westman Atelier, is that I wish that this were a brow gel. It's just like the perfect little spot here for a brow gel. Even you have to twist the spoolie off. It's obviously got enough space in there for a brow gel. That's it. That's my only complaint. Otherwise, I absolutely love this. We're going to go through lip products real quick and then skincare, and we're done. We're basically done after that. So the 2 lip pencils that I have loved the most in the month of January are the Freck Nude Muse lip liner in the shade 04. These Freck liners are just so darn good. I'm running out of space on my hand. That is a Freck lip pencil in the shade 04. They last forever. They're so good. So good. Next to the Freck lip liner, the one that I have reached for the most is the MAC release of Cool Spice. This is the Freck and this is MAC Cool Spice. The MAC is much lighter. It's much lighter and it's much cooler. It's a beautiful shade. I am so happy with this shade. I know it's selling out everywhere, but if you can find it, highly suggest it. Like, I feel like it would go with so many different lipsticks. Speaking of lipsticks, MAC re-released a bunch of their nudes. I have 3 of them here and I have been loving them. It's been so long since I've worn a nude lip, but these shades are so pretty. So I have Fleshpot, which is a satin. So there is a swatch of Fleshpot and there is the bullet. It's like a light pinky peachy nude, very light shade. It's really good for going in the center of the lips, or if you're into like concealer lips, that's going to be your jam. Also, Stone. Oh my gosh, Stone. I haven't worn these in a video yet, but I will. Stone is so pretty. That is Stone. Stone is a very cool tone brown. It almost seems to have just a touch of gray or blue in it. It's so unique and so pretty. And I have been loving it, loving. And then the last one that I have is Yash. Yash is the only matte that I picked up. So Yash would be in the middle of those two, right? Like Fleshpot would be the lightest, Stone would be the darkest, and Yash would be in the middle. Yeah, it's like a peachy pink nude. These are so beautiful. I have been really liking to do more on the eyes and then a nude lip. So there are those lipsticks. The lipsticks are so much fun. I've just been loving them. I've been loving wearing nudes. I haven't worn nudes in so long. Have you guys picked up any of those matte lipstick shades? Any of the nudes? Let me know. Let me know. I want to know which ones you got, which ones are your favorite. We got a few skincare items and one random thing, and then we're done. I'm trying to go through these quickly. I know I talk a lot, but I just want to be like thorough. This is the Chantecaille Sheer Glow Gold Face Tint. This stuff is just so pretty. I use it as a primer, but it's got a lot of skincare benefits in it, and it's kind of sort of got a glow. Not really. It doesn't have any, there's no shimmer or anything to speak of. There might be some very, very, very fine shimmer in there. You can kind of see, I put it right here. You can kind of see that not like super sheeny or shimmery. It doesn't have, I don't even think it has any shimmer. It might have some very, very fine shimmer to it. Not anything that you really see when you put it on the skin. It's mostly just it's kind of like a gel texture, very thin. It doesn't leave a heavy layer on your skin. There might be some sheen to it. Can you see that on my hand? Gives your face the most beautiful glow, the most beautiful base for makeup. I've been using it as just a primer, and it's just been beautiful. It goes so well with the Chantecaille Future Skin Foundation. I mean, it works well with any foundation. It's expensive. I do feel like it is worth it based on how it makes your skin look and feel. I have two products from Allies of Skin. Their Black Friday sale, I placed an order for several of their skincare products. These have been the two standouts to me. I've loved everything that I've gotten from Allies of Skin. These two are game changers in my opinion. Peptides and Omega Firming Eye Cream. This stuff is so good. It's so moisturizing. You only need a very small amount. I just tap it under my eyes, and my eyes, when I wake up in the morning, they're still hydrated. I use it morning and night. Makeup sits beautifully on top of it. My under eyes are like my biggest problem area. I've been really happy with this, and I do feel like it is making a difference in my skin. Speaking of making a difference in my skin, this multi-peptides and growth factors advanced lifting serum is incredible. I feel like I saw a difference in this after a couple of uses. It really does make the skin feel firmer and more lifted. If you would have told me that a serum could make your skin feel firmer and more lifted, I would have been like, whatever, that's not real life. Because I've used so much skincare in my lifetime, and while some of it really does give you a very nice texture to the skin, it's very moisturizing, very nourishing, very few things actually firm and lift the skin. And I feel like this does. This is expensive, so expensive. This is the most expensive skincare product that I have ever purchased, but I absolutely love it. And I think that there are things that I can cut out of my skincare routine and replace them with this. To me, there's value in that. If you are an older person and you are looking for something to lift and firm your skin, and you want like real and actual results, I would highly suggest giving this a try. My pores feel tighter and the texture just seems better. This is fantastic, and I will continue to repurchase this. Like I said, I will cut corners elsewhere so that I can repurchase this. And the last skincare products that I want to talk about, this is an odd one. It's not odd, it's viral. And I just picked it up on a whim and thought, if everybody is loving it, let's just see what it's all about. You know, I've watched the TikToks of people like waking up in the morning and it looks like they're peeling their skin off, and they're peeling off this mask and their skin looks fantastic. And I'm like, how great can it be? How great can it be, really? This is the Medicube PDRN Pink Collagen Gel Mask. If you don't know what PDRN is, I would highly suggest not looking too deeply into it. Just go by the superficial results that you see when you research it. I wouldn't dig too deeply into it. Just trust me on that. PDRN has been a hot topic, especially in Korean skincare, for some time. Usually topically, a lot of these ingredients don't have much of an impact. That's why I'm so surprised by this being a topical serum, right? But it works. This also works, and it is a topical skincare mask. It's not a high risk item, right? I was like, I'll buy it, see how it works out, see what happens. You know, it's $20 for 4 masks. It's not a huge outlay of funds. Medicube is pretty reasonable overall. First night that I tried one, I was like, how am I going to sleep in a mask? Because you are supposed to, I mean, the girlies on TikTok, I don't know if you're supposed to. According to the box, you're not supposed to, it doesn't tell you to sleep in it, but they've been sleeping in it. Put this mask on, and positioned it all on my face, got my hair out of my face. I sleep in like a bonnet to protect my hair. I look a mess when I go to bed. Whatever. It's just who I am. So I've got my hair pulled back and I've got my little bonnet on, and I'm positioning this. And I saw on TikTok that the people were putting the eye holes on their necks. And I'm like, I'll do that too. And it sticks, it adheres pretty well. But you know, to sleep in a gel mask is not an easy task, right? It's not an easy thing to do. It's not super comfortable. I did it though. I'm like a rotisserie chicken. I do like circles in the bed. It was hard for me to sleep in this thing, right? Keep it on my face all night. And by the time I woke up in the morning, it was ill-adjusted. It wasn't perfectly on my face like you see in the TikToks. It was, you know, kind of wonky, but it stayed on. It stayed on all night. And I'm a crazy sleeper. Like I said, peel this mask off and we're going to see magic. Let me tell you, I peeled the mask off and I saw magic. Magic before my very eyes, not a single line or wrinkle. I want to reiterate here again that I am not sponsored. I'm not paid to talk about anything. I don't make a single penny off of doing this. I'm on here giving you my real honest reviews, my real honest thoughts on a product, my real honest experiences. And my real honest experience with this was mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. My skin looked so plump, so glowy. No, like I said, not a single line or fine line, nothing, not a flaw. I was plump, I was glowy, I was hydrated. My skin was smoothed out. Like, this works. If you get nothing else out of this video, go buy these, go buy these, go buy these. Buy these. They're on Amazon. It's, like I said, $20. It got to me same day. I got them same day that I ordered them. And now it's not something that I would sleep in every night because they are uncomfortable. I've used it a couple of nights. I feel like, you know, once a week, once every 3 days, something like that. I think that it would be absolutely worth it. So I will absolutely be, I still have one left, but I will be repurchasing this when it is empty. This is something that I will keep using because of what it does for my skin. It's, like I said, mind-blowing. I want to know if anybody else has tried this and what your experience has been with it. Now, I did sleep on it. We're talking, you know, 8-9 hours because it's not like I lay down and immediately go to sleep. But it was on my face for a very, very, very long, it was overnight. And overnight, it did wonders for my skin. So this is a massive, massive hit to me. I highly recommend this. Speaking of night and sleeping, I am a horrible sleeper. I have issues. I am a cancer patient. I take medications that have completely depleted my estrogen. I am in a chemically induced menopause, which is brutal. I also have a lot of stress. I have a lot going on, and my sleep suffers. But I also know that sleep is so important for my health. Sleep is so important for your health. Sleep is so important for health. I prioritize getting a good night's sleep, but it's difficult for me to sleep sometimes because I wake up stressed. I have some sleep issues. This right here helps with that. I can't be without this. I won't be without this. If I am running low on it, I reorder it. I have gone through several of these since my diagnosis. This is the Natural Bioscience Magnesium Sleep Aid. So this not only has magnesium. Magnesium is a great sleep aid. I also take a magnesium supplement in addition to this. It helps with the hot flashes that I get because of the chemically induced menopause. So I do take that at night too, but this has several different types of magnesium in it. Magnesium is great for helping you sleep and just general health overall. So here are the ingredients. I'll try to like crop this in so you can see them. I get this on Amazon. Take a scoop. I get more than a scoop. I like get a hefty overflowing scoop of it. Mix it in with water. It tastes great. It tastes like lemonade. This is raspberry lemon flavor. I mean, it tastes fine. This and this will have you waking up being an entirely new person the next day, right? Like your face is going to look refreshed. Your body's going to feel refreshed. It's good stuff. If you have trouble sleeping, check this out. That's 5 milligrams of melatonin. It's a great sleep aid. And this gel mask, my goodness. Mind-blowing. So good. That wraps up my January monthly favorites. I hope that you enjoyed this video. What were your favorites this month? What did you reach for the most this month? I'm curious. And let me know if you've tried any of these products and what you think of them. And I will see you soon in my next video. Until then, take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.